Taylor gang I died.
Who you with?
Reec.
Yeah. Who you with?
Who you with?
Listen, I try to do my best to uphold a certain stature here when it comes to radio and media, but today these ladies are helping me do it in a huge way. They got me looking very nice up here today. I want to give a warmest welcome ever to the ladies of the Delta Sigma Theta Marietta chapter. Marietta and Roswell chapter are right here live with us virtually because they are holding a summit this weekend that's going to help us as a people in general build, grow, and try to close that economic divide. Without further ado, let's hit the hype bell. Ladies, how are you feeling?
Hi, good afternoon.
Great. Good afternoon.
This is the first time we've had so many people on one virtual, and I kind of like this. I think we're going to have to do this again. Absolutely, man. And I want to give a special thanks to Nicole, aka Nikki the Realtor, aka Miss Maven. She made sure to make sure that you guys could get with us and we could share this information with our listenership and our community as well, because I think it's really important because you guys do so many community things and we see the fun stuff, we see the step shows, we see all of that wonderful stuff that you guys are really known for, but what you really are really known for and are really consistent with is community and just doing service and helping the people. And we have a great partnership with the Deltas, with our nonprofit Armed Positive American Youth, and now to be able to share something that you guys have put together so wonderfully, it really means a lot to us today. So thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Reec. Good afternoon. Thank you for having us. I am Tanya Bird, and I'm delighted and very proud to serve as president of the Marietta Roswell Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority. I'd like to add that we have been a cornerstone of the Cobb, Cherokee, and North Fulton communities for the past 36 years. Mm-hmm. We are faithful and committed to the ideals of scholarship, sisterhood, and service as we continue to be front and center in the community. Our foundation consists of relevant and impactful programs that have been curated to support the local community. And so here with me today are a few of my chapter members who have worked very hard to develop one of our longest running programs, the Community Economic Empowerment Summit. Mm-hmm. So again, thank you for having us on, and I'll let them tell you more about the opportunity.
All right. We can go in a round robin, ladies.
Hey, Camille.
Excuse me, good afternoon. Thank you so much for having us, and a special thank you to Nicole Maven. She is actually on our committee, very instrumental in bringing about a lot of our programs that we do throughout the year and for doing our marketing for this event. So I really appreciate her, and I thank you so much for allowing us to come on. This year's summit, we are celebrating our 13th year. This is something we've done every year for 13 years. We are sponsored by, of course, our chapter, Marietta Roswell Alumni Chapter. And then we're also sponsored by Truist Bank, who is represented here by one of our chapter members and committee members, and also the co-chair for this event, Janice Benford, and she'll come on and speak momentarily. And then also Prudential Financial is one of our other sponsors for this event. This year's event, we took a step back and tried to evaluate what do we need to bring to our community. And we've just gone through 2 years of COVID, and I think what COVID has shown us, if nothing else, is that we lack financial preparedness. So this year, we wanted to try and think through what can we do to be proactive instead of reactive. We lost jobs. A lot of people had to start their own businesses. People became ill. People lost loved ones unexpectedly. So we were thinking, what does that look like? So I don't know if you remember, and I'm dating myself here. Back in the day, when I was at my grandmother's house, once a month, a man would come by there, and he was the insurance man. And when the insurance man would show up, she'd say, go in the back room. This is grown folks' business. But when it was time to talk through family issues, the adults would send the kids in the back room, and they would have grown folks' discussions. Mm-hmm. Well, because of that, and I respect that fact, we unfortunately don't know a lot of the things that we probably should know, and we don't have the conversations that a lot of other ethnicities have. So we're at a disadvantage. And we as Black people don't like to talk about our finances. I know it's your family's business, but there are things that we suffer from that if I talk to you about it, you could help me overcome them, or you could point me in the right direction to resources. So this year, our theme is ripping off the Band-Aid, dealing with our financial disparities, and leveling the playing field. So the premise is we're gonna have tough conversations that we as Black people don't like to have. We're gonna talk about estate planning. We're gonna talk about wills. We're gonna talk about how do I build wealth. We're gonna talk about debt reduction. How do I start a business? How do I advance my business once I turn my side hustle into my primary source of income? And then how do I fix it such that that's something that is a continuum? If I break my hip, the business can still go on because I made plans to put provisions in place. Yeah. Then we're going to have people who decide to stay in the corporate realm who've reached the C-suite. That's the sweet spot, the executive suite. And there are a lot of us, especially women of color and men of color, don't get me wrong, but definitely women of color, who are making our way to that corner office, and we are running the show. So we want to share knowledge on how we as women and men as well can navigate that divide in the corporate arena. So we're hitting entrepreneurship, we're hitting corporate career development, we're hitting wealth building for those who have $5 in the bank and those who have $5 million in the bank. We're talking strategies, we're talking generational wealth, we're talking about charitable giving, we're talking about, may sound morbid, but the truth is burial planning. Like I said, a lot of us lost loved ones early in life. We weren't prepared for that. We had to do GoFundMe. We had to raise funds. We had to cash in on our savings and 401ks to be able to cover funerals. Well, we should be more prepared for that. There are things we can prepare for in life before you pass away. My grandmother, for instance, and I'll stop talking in a minute, she passed away last year. She paid for her funeral several decades ago. She paid maybe $3,000 start to finish. They told us that funeral would have cost us $15,000 to replicate what she planned for years ago. So that type of planning is some of the things we want to empower our people with, so that we're not caught behind the 8 ball and we can actually level the playing field. So we're starting off the same spot a lot of these other people are starting off. And that's the purpose for this year's event. It's
definitely a great thing. You know, let me hit this. We have the thing called a hype bell, just so happen to be red and white. You know that. So you guys are changing the culture of how we see economics within our race, and that's really important. Like you said, a lot of times we don't have those tough conversations, but then those tough situations happen. So to be prepared takes some of the guesswork out and also makes it an easier ride, even when it's a hard situation. Right. So we appreciate everything you guys are bringing to the table. Now I see why you got the pearls on. You knew what you was talking about. I like it.
It's a little bit of passion for me in there.
I like it. I like it. I mean, we can feel it, and I think that's what we need. We need people to talk to our people that understand how we listen, and that's where how you guys are coming across. So thank you.
And Deborah and Janice are both co-chairs of the actual subcommittee event. So if they want to chime in, and they have the full 13-year history in this whole making of the program. So I'm standing on their shoulders and bringing this to the community.
I love that, how you guys work so closely together, intertwined, and are not afraid to share the spotlight so everybody can get some shine. So let's talk to Miss Deborah and Miss Janice.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much for having us this afternoon. We're so excited about our Community Economic Empowerment Summit that's coming up on Saturday, the 30th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Registration is available. You may go to dstmrac.com to Eventbrite to register. So we look forward to our community participating in this event.
Okay. All right. So that's the registration. We'll make sure that we get it into our chats as well across our Facebook and YouTube platforms. So if you could say that Eventbrite link one more time.
Yes. dstmrac.com.
Okay. Thanks so much. So we'll make sure that we share it with our listeners and the people that are watching through the live stream right now. And this is open to the public too. You don't have to have on the red and the white to come. You can be anybody.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
It's free.
It's free and open to the public. And we look forward to seeing everyone there on Saturday. Even if you're able to come for the entire day, or if you're not able to come for the entire event, if you can come for an hour or two, we would love to have you in the house.
Okay. All right. We definitely be sending people that way too. I need to learn how to move some money around myself. Then I can get me some pearls too. All right, so we kind of named some of the things that are going to be discussed during the day. I know you guys have been doing this over 10 years, 13 years, and just having that community commitment when it's talking about economic change and growth and building wealth. What are some of the highlights that you've seen that people really get excited about that have kind of been consistent over the years?
This is Deborah. Most of what I see, the highlights are the people in the community. It's just the knowledge, the wealth of knowledge of what they can learn, and plus the event is free. And it's not based on just one culture, it's all cultures. So that's one thing we want to enhance and encourage. Because one of our speakers, she's from Florida and she's speaking for Watkins Funeral Home, and she's Hispanic, and she was also relating how their culture is the same. You know, they do not want to invest their money into future planning or when it comes to funerals. or these things that we need to discuss. So it's based in all different types of culture, the information that we produce or we give out to the community. So it's not just based on African American, it's based on anyone who wants to attend to learn this information.
No, that makes so much sense. And I know what you guys talking about estate planning. Life insurance actually can be used during your life itself. So if you get not just term, if you get a long-term insurance policy, you can use it as a bank account. You can invest into it and then borrow from it. And then it has no tax penalties when you borrow from it. So it's almost like you're able to use that as a second account for yourself or a third account, depending on what you're doing with your life. So yeah, I appreciate what you guys are sharing once again. I got to hit this hype bell again. This event sounds like it's going to be amazing. Make sure that you get the tickets and it's free. The free tickets is pre-registration. It just helps you guys kind of keep better track of what's going on, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Reece, don't let me find out that we need to put you on our speaker list next year, because we do have
I was just waiting. Look, let me do one button, unbutton, and show you I got red on today. I was trying to represent too. I want to be part of the speaker family.
Okay. Be careful when they hold you to that. Just be careful what you ask for.
Can you indulge me for 2 more seconds so I can give a shout out to all of our speakers, because we have some very phenomenal
absolutely. Let's
speakers.
do it.
Bear with me here. I can talk pretty fast, so I'll go through this pretty quickly.
No, take your time. I want everybody to hear the information. They're listening.
Thank you. Our event is being hosted by 11 Alive's own Neil. Our keynote speaker will be Phyllis Newhouse, and a lot of you in the business community especially know who she is. She is a serial entrepreneur and a CEO of 3 companies, 2 of which she has taken public. So that's a big, phenomenal accomplishment. Olivia Smith is a partner in the SR Law Group. Ebony Ruffin, she is actually Ruffin Consulting Services, and she's the one that's going to talk about how you can use life insurance policies while you're alive. So you touched on a lot of bullet points that she's going to cover in her session. Okay. Victoria Tabo is who Deborah mentioned from Willie Watkins Funeral Home. That's one of the big staples here in Atlanta. And they're actually sending someone over who's an expert in funeral planning and burial insurance. Sydney Scruggs is a financial advisor from Morgan Stanley. Reginald Bell is an executive director from Home First Housing Resource Services, and he has a surprise grant that they're getting ready to roll out for people with home buying issues and or first-time home buyers. Rosalind Glenn is a financial advisor from Prudential. We have Montez Diamond. She has her own company. Kimberly Irvin Lee. She's a senior director at TEC Entrepreneurship and Economic Development from the Urban League. We have Donna Ennis, who works for MBDA. Rachel Davis, she's the executive director of The Edge, which is a nonprofit organization that specializes in entrepreneurship training. Sanquinetta Dover, she's the president and CEO of her own very large placement company. Shyla Neves Burney, she's a managing partner at Zane Venture Fund. So you're going to learn about investing that big money, like you mentioned before. She's our expert coming on board. And then we have Dakia Scott. She is actually CIO. That's the head person in charge for the Southern Company. And I know everybody in Atlanta has seen the Southern Company building. So she's in the C-suite at the Southern Company. So we have some heavy hitters, so much so that their bios were so long we had to put them on 2 pages. So definitely everybody can come out and get a little bit of nugget knowledge from each of those people, and they'll definitely be blessed.
That's not a nugget. That's a whole chicken. That's not a nugget. I heard not one nugget in that whole spiel. I'm excited. I'm excited for the people too, that everybody's able to join this event absolutely free. And you guys are giving stuff that's kind of been hidden within our culture for a long time. And not just our culture, like you said, it's across different cultures. We run into some of the same economic challenges, some of the same we don't always have access to this information. Right. And in some of our communities, we can literally go outside and find out how to do something illegal before we can come and find out how to do something that can help us change the status that we're in for the rest of our lives and for generations to come. So what you guys are presenting, and this is trophy worthy. So I appreciate it.
And Reece, everybody will walk away with a digital resource guide, which has been contributed to by all of our speakers. So they're going to walk away with planners, checklists, articles, resources, contact information, you name it, it's going to be in this book. This book right now, I think it's up over to like 150 pages because it has so much information, and they're getting that free for registering for the event. So they will get that immediately following the event via email as soon as we shut the walls down for that. So that's another resource that they're getting from this event. We're pulling out all the stops for this because we want everybody to have the knowledge and to be able to do things after we close the doors from this event going forward to make themselves, their network, and their families a whole lot better.
All right, this kind of reminds me a little bit of caveat of the civil rights movement. When you talk about we can do all the marching, but what are we going to do after? What's going to be the thing that's going to do some action? And you ladies are presenting active action items for the people. So it's like come, learn, and then take this with you. You can follow this roadmap to success and building wealth. So yeah, I love it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the opportunity to come on and talk about our event and share this valuable information with the community.
Absolutely. And I appreciate all you ladies subscribing and watching the channel too. So thank you so much for if we can all help and support each other. This is actually awesome. And Nicole is here. She's here. She's in the background. She didn't want to come on camera for some reason. I don't know why. Come on around.
Nicole, you need to put your face in the camera.
Yeah, put your face in the camera. Come on down. There she is.
There you go.
That's my
Thank
friend.
you so much, Nicole. Thank you. Yes.
Shameless plug, Reece. Nicole and I both went to Spelman, so you know we're really.
I love it. I love it. We actually met when I was at Morehouse.
How
So
funny.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely a great thing. She's an awesome person. She's been, when I say the same, I mean her character has been so solid since the day I met her. She's a wonderful person, wonderful woman.
Yes, we agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, I want to point out that this will be live streamed to Facebook. If someone wants to view it via Facebook, they can go ahead and do that. Of course, we want you to go ahead and register in advance. But again, it's going to be recorded in the event that someone is unable to attend the event. They can go back and listen to the recording.
Oh, wow. So, Miss Janice, you basically just telling me we have no reason not to learn what to do with our money. We have no excuses. If we can get on the internet, we can go ahead and figure out what to do with this change.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's about our community, and we want to make certain to educate our community. So we have this program, and we've done a lot of work on it, and we look forward to presenting it to the community on Saturday.
Okay. One more time with the website.
www.dstmrac.com Eventbrite, and to register for this event Saturday, April 30th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. the Community Economic Empowerment Summit.
All right. Now, thank you guys. Gave everybody everything they need to change their situation. And like you said, we don't know what the future holds because nobody could imagine a pandemic in this day and time to affect all of us like this. So we don't know what the future holds, but what we do know is we can prepare for it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
All right, that's our reason peace of mind today. We're about to get back into this music and this mix. I'm going to let these lovely ladies get back to doing what they're doing and changing the communities. I want to give a special thanks once again to all our Deltas out there and the community work that you guys do, because it's not just this event. You guys do it all year long, all year strong. So thanks so much again, ladies.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. We are out of here. You guys keep it locked in on the radio side. We got our music coming your way. If you miss anything in this information on the stream side, you can rewind it right back and get the information, the website, and all the things that these ladies will be talking about. This has been a pleasure right here to Reec Show Live, broadcasting from Media Campus West.
Thank you.
Thank you.